Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to modern audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to modern audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to audiences. Your discretion is advised.
True, he's a garbage wrestler. You know, he came. You goddamn right. You damn right. So yeah, the only thing with Rey Mysterio is that they didn't give Mysterio. Yeah,
that was a Rikini of you.
That was very Rikini of me. Thanks for reminding me.
Yo, this poor kid's walking around with this giant suit on and everything. Like, what a tarnation.
Your win-loss record, curtain jerker. What the hell?
Never heard that term before.
What the hell? You never heard that term?
No.
And I've been in the business for 20 plus years.
Exactly. Well, for you, it would be on Sundays.
Exactly. Like, I'm my own person. Exactly. And I'm my own puppet.
But the thing of it is, he act like Rick's always up his ass.
To license it.
Take away the one, looks and like what do you get? 69.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Baby, from now on, just pretend I'm your nephew, and I need to have that visual in my head.
Well, here's your headline.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling POV. I'm almost out of breath. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with Mimi Goody.
Shalom.
And the third wheel, Rick Serrano III.
Yo.
And, of course, our intern, Miguel Cole.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Wow. Coming back from All In pay-per-view. We're going to talk about that in a second. Pay-per-view, yeah. I didn't even start yet. So, yeah, that too. And, Raw and SmackDown, we're about, a week away from Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
The pay-per-view? Okay. Just about, almost. So, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so, crack open your favorite beer. Or if you're a wine drinker, thank you, Mimi. If you're a wine drinker, grab your favorite wine and just sip on the bubbly. No, that's champagne, right? Okay.
Yes.
Or if you are in Rick's case,
I'm gonna drink a big glass of milk, eat some chocolate chip cookies, and then maybe I'll take 3 Viagra.
All right, there you go. So, you satisfied with that one, Rick?
Definitely.
All right.
I find the third Viagra really puts the stank on it.
Oh, wow. TMI, but that's okay if that's how you feel. All right, so you know what? Let's go straight into Facebook polls. We did. Rick put up a poll about the All In pay-per-view. Did it live up to the hype? Yes, just a simple yes or no. All right, you guys, what do you think of it? So, what did you guys think of it?
Well, I thought it definitely lived up to the hype. I thought it was amazing.
Uh-huh.
They ran into some difficulties at the end, the time restraint and all that.
Yeah,
but,
the one match with Okada.
Yeah.
That was the problem. That match was supposedly supposed to be 13 minutes, and they went 20. They went 10 minutes over or something like that. 12 minutes over.
Right.
Well, Marty Scurll, the villain, swears he only went a minute over from the planned match. So
he's full of shit.
But I honestly think it was a great show. Aside from the penises, I thought it was a great show.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with penises.
Well, yeah.
I don't get the penis.
The Joey Ryan thing. Did you even see that part?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they were doing. A bunch of people came out in the penis uniform, a penis outfit, and it was supposed to be remnant to how the Undertaker used to do it with the minions and shit like that. Again, for me, that was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever saw. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't like Joey Ryan. He only got famous just because of that. If he didn't do that, what would he be known for? Nothing. because he's a garbage wrestler, and I'm gonna say that straight up. You know, and it's not joking; it's true. He's a garbage wrestler. You know, he came. You goddamn right. You damn right. And my thing is, like I said, you know, he came out there acting and thinking like he was the shit. Ah, please, you ain't nothing. You didn't even do anything.
You're still talking about his dick, though.
No.
Well,
no, it's just garbage. But what gets me upset is that people talk about WWE. You know?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, you can.
Some people can.
Well, some people, you know, that's your preference. Not that there's anything wrong with that
Only
either.
on Sundays.
The Cody Rhodes match, that was pretty good. He won the NWA title. And then the Young Bucks, of course, they had to be the main event, which again, I have to, and I'm going to be pretty stern with what I say right now. Everybody complained about, how come AJ Styles doesn't be the main event or whatever, and he was a few times, but they bitch about the WWE, not with whatever main event that they have to bitch. Now, but no one bitched about the three people that put on this show, which was Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. They all put in their money for, which, from what I found out, they broke even. Okay? They didn't make money out of it. They just broke even. Now, Cody Rhodes was in the middle of the show for an NWA Heavyweight Championship. Okay? So I was kind of like, all right, whatever. But he won. He put the money up, so he won. Okay? Kind of gives me reminiscence of my indie days where the promoter would put over like his son on the show and shit like that, or himself if he's a worker. But then the Young Bucks were the main event for this show. I was like, for me, and I get it because of the time restraint, the match felt too rushed. And like I said, I understand why, you know, but it was Rey Mysterio was part of that group, and you went over on him. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, don't criticize WWE if you guys were okay with how they ran that show. You know what I'm saying? Good show. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing it, but there was the same similarities of how WWE does their shows. The difference is the WWE can run their shows every month. They can't.
Right.
So
let me ask you this, because people, before All In even came out, everybody was saying it's going to be SummerSlam versus All In.
Right.
What did you think was better, SummerSlam or All In?
I think they were both about the same.
Yep. The only difference was that SummerSlam had more women wrestling.
That was my next point.
That
was my next point. So, you know, they had Tessa Blanchard, which I ain't gonna lie, I was dying to see her wrestle in this match.
I bet you was.
You damn right. And it was a good match, you know. A little bit sloppy, though. There were some mistakes that I saw. So, I think, honestly, between the two, I think they were evenly matched a little bit, except for WWE did have more women's matches, and there was, you know, I love the fact that Jericho came out as Pentagon Jr.
Oh, my God.
That was so awesome. I was like, oh, my God, Pentagon is going crazy. Speaking of Pentagon, my deep inside sources revealed that he signed with the WWE along with Rey Mysterio.
What?
So yeah, the only thing with Rey Mysterio is that they didn't give
Mysterio.
Yeah,
that was a Rikini of you.
That was very Rikini of me.
Mysterio.
Thanks for reminding me. So there's no time. Like Rey Mysterio said that WWE didn't give him a time on when to come back. So some thinking he's going to be back at Hell in a Cell or sometime later on down the road. I have no idea. So
you don't know nothing.
Back to the All In. Matt Novak, he said it brought the indie type shows to the masses. Variety can only be good for the industry as a whole. Cody and Aldis tore it up, which is Aldis used to be Magnus in TNA.
Yes.
He tore it up. Haven't seen them both wrestle in person. I wasn't surprised though. Okay. That's all I gotta say. Okay.
I mean, the point he has though is good, that people can actually see indie wrestling. You know, like
right.
That's what indie wrestling is all about. And I feel bad when I see indie shows half full.
Yeah.
You know, and or a quarter full.
Yep.
And this one was sold out. So
yeah, no,
people,
I mean, it definitely set a tone for indie wrestling for sure.
Yes,
So,
yes.
and I won't take that away from it. So.
And I tell you what, I enjoyed it. You
I
know,
did too.
I mean, I was on my feet. Of course, 'cause you can't tell if I'm sitting or standing, anyways.
True.
But
But don't.
Excuse me, I'm the one that presses the button.
Damn. All right. Damn. Shit.
thank you, Miguel.
You know, there was an opportunity there. I wanted to whatever.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
But no, like I said, I enjoyed it, and for me, even though there was not enough women wrestling, but I think I enjoyed it a little bit more than WWE.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the one thing I liked for sure is that it was good to see color for the first time in wrestling terms.
You're so racist.
I know, right?
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
I support Nike. No, wait, no, we're not talking about that right now.
See color. What are you talking about?
Color in wrestling terms is blood. Rick, you should know that.
I wasn't in long enough. Remember, I'm the change part.
Oh, you didn't see the color yet? All right. But no, it was good to see blood. And natural Cody Rhodes, and I think there was somebody else too that was busted open. I don't remember who, but
that was
good to see
other
that.
wrestling match.
Oh yeah, Triple Mania. Speaking of Triple Mania, now wait, you know what? Let me finish it. Adam Levell, he said this ruined it, and it was the picture of Joey Ryan, and I don't blame him on that at all. But overall, the percentage was 80%. Said that yes, it was. It lived up to all the hype. 20% said no. So,
which is shocking because usually
Really?
with these internet people, they usually go all in, pun intended. They go 95%. Yeah, it lives up to the hype.
Yeah. All right. So now, before we get to the other poll, it wasn't really a poll. It was just an opinion of something that happened. Triple Mania, which is the Luchadors. Did you see it, Rick?
No, I haven't caught up to it yet.
Now, I'm going to tell you. I texted Mimi and I said, you got to watch this. And I sent her the link to where to watch it. Triple Mania.
Illegally?
Legally. Of course, legally.
Okay.
Now, Triple Mania is like, it's a Spanish version of WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. I didn't know a lot of the people in it. I knew some. Obviously, was Rey Mysterio in it? No. Pentagon Jr. was in it.
Ray was there.
Hijo, was he?
Yeah.
Hijo de Fantasma.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That it was a mask versus mask mask match. It was the main event. Hijo de Fantasma, Pentagon Jr., Psycho Clown. If you get a chance, look up Psycho Clown. This dude, he's like Doink the Clown times 10.
Yes.
Wow.
Cycle.
Crazy. Dude's nuts.
Was he psycho?
Huh?
Was he psycho?
Yeah.
What? Wow. What are the odds?
Drago was there.
Yeah, Drago. No, I'm talking about with the main event, though. Miguel's like 2 minutes late with that, brother. Anyway, so the main event, it was Hijo de Fantasma, LA Park, which formerly was La Parca. Psycho Clown and Pentagon Jr. So the rules for that was that they were in a cage. And now in Triple Mania, they had a 6-sided cage, or 6-sided rings, which I thought was all right. I'm not a big fan of it, but whatever. So they start inside the cage. Okay, so the first two that comes out of the cage, they're good to go. They don't have to get rid of their mask. But the last two have to duke it out to fight for the, whoever loses, they got to lose the mask. So it was so crazy because when it started, they were ripping the mask off each other. And they were holding on to it, but they were ripped from the eye hole. and rip it. And you'd be like, oh my God, he's going to take the mask off. Oh my God. And they did it to all of them, even Pentagon Jr.
Yes.
Like, yeah, like you saw, like, you just probably saw, like, from his nose down or some shit like that. That was covered, sorry. From his nose up was uncovered. So it was weird. And I was like, oh my God, no. And then, but he ended up escaping. Psycho Clown ended up escaping. And then it was LA Park versus Hijo de Fantasma. And that match was just crazy. They were both busted open. They both ripped their masks. Another match.
LA. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was LA Park. And then there was another, and I never knew about this, so this made me a AAA fan, is the fact that they had a lumberjack match, right? But, which I thought was cool, was that the lumberjacks were mixed men and women.
Yes.
But, you know how in WWE, where if you get thrown over, the lumberjacks, they grab you and they throw you back in. In AAA, they got whips. So you get thrown out, they start whipping you. And to make your ass go right back in. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And at one point, they threw the ref out and they started whipping the ref.
Yes!
That's funny. That's funny.
Unbelievable, man. It was such a show. The only thing is, people, if you are planning on watching this, I must tell you, do it on your day off. Because it's a 6-hour show.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
But it is well worth it. That I will tell you. Then there was another. It was a mask versus hair match, women's.
That was.
Wow.
It was Mimi's girl.
I can't remember her name.
Oh, man.
Anywho.
Guys, she's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, one was Indian girl. Another one, you had her in your top 10. How could you forget her?
I know. That's what I'm looking for her right now.
Anyway, them girls were just beating the crap out of each other, bleeding all over the place.
Wow, really?
And and
Oh, it's Lady Shani.
Lady Shani, that's who it is.
And then the other girl was Navajo.
Yeah, no, something. Who you calling the hoe? No. But she came out like an Indian headdress and shit like that. She was the one with the hair, and Lady Shani was obviously the mask, where she comes out like in a ninja type deal. The entrance for that was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like she would raise her arms up and she had wings that came out. It was awesome. Reminiscent to what's that movie?
Angels.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the one you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You knew where I was coming from.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so cool, and I
Her name is Fabi Apache.
Fabi Apache. Yes, that one. And I'm telling you, she ended up losing, and she got her hair shaved bald.
Yes. Because Fabi Apache, she also fought in New Japan. Okay, so she was New Japan trained, and Lady Shani was only AAA trained in Mexico.
Right.
So the thing is that Fabi Apache, and when you go to New Japan, the way they explained it was, in New Japan you get.
Rick's making faces.
It was Rick's making faces. In New Japan you get
Fart faces.
initiated in.
Right.
Okay. So, and you have to earn your stripes.
Right.
And in AAA, basically, you just wrestle to get your stripes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, Apache was very territorial.
Right.
And she has the women's title
For
AAA.
or?
AAA,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of women left AAA in Mexico because of Fabi Apache, because she's such a roughneck.
Crazy.
She's such a roughneck.
Gotta watch. I highly suggest.
Lady
watching it.
Shani stood up and fought and stood her ground. Lady Shani is a fucking psycho bitch too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she, oh my God, it was one of those matches. I think I peed myself when I saw it.
So, anyway,
I mean, it was
a really good match,
fabulous match.
And then they had an Extreme Rules match. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When WWE does Extreme Rules, this is nothing in comparison to what this one match did. They were hitting each other with the light bulbs.
Oh my God! The fluorescent light bulbs.
One guy, they took the skewers for when you do
shish kebabs.
Oh no!
This guy had about 8 of them, and he rammed it into this one dude's head, and he left it in there.
Yes.
The dude wrestled with it. I'm like, yes. He was another clown dude too. He looked more like the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, but it was amazing. But you know what? I'm not a big fan of death matches, okay? And this kind of reminded me of it, but it wasn't too much. But it was good. I mean, they threw in a freaking shopping cart in the ring, and this one dude was going to slam him in the shopping cart and missed him, and he went in the shopping cart. The clown did. What was the clown's name? His
name is Pagano.
Pagano. Wild looking dude, man. I mean,
he goes weird name for a clown.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's pagan.
Pagan.
So what he goes by is AAA. I can't even say this in Spanish.
Oh my God!
It's like AAA El Nueva Vaca. So it's the new cow, but
the new vodka. Yeah,
the new vodka.
We'll go with that one.
The new vodka.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. We're drinkers.
But his name is Pagano.
Pagano. So yeah,
hey, Pagano. You know that guy Pagano?
Yeah, you know Pagano.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, of course. Hey, let's talk about it.
It is. I mean, I loved it.
It was great.
You know, and what's his name? Vampiro,
yeah. Except for he was a dumbass.
You know, I actually enjoyed.
I mean, he was okay.
His commentary.
Because for the English-speaking people, there is they had the Vampiro, and they had oh my God, what the hell's that guy's name? The guy Striker, Matt Striker. They had them doing the English commentary, and then of course they had Hugo Savinovich doing the Spanish. And
Hugo Savinovich.
It was funny. There was one part where how they did it was when the match was over and they would show the commentators. Like in WWE, they would go straight on. You have a straight view, but in this case, they had to do it in an angle to catch the Mexican commentators and then the English commentators right next to them. So there was one time where you can hear the English commentator, Matt Striker and Vampiro talking, but then the main focus was the Mexican commentators, and they're speaking in Spanish, and then Matt just looks over, and he acts like he's understanding it, and he don't. And they were right in the middle of talking, he just goes, yes. I was like, you have no clue, dude. But I'm telling you, I was a big fan, and I'm gonna keep watching it too of Triple Mania.
How about Pimpinella?
Pimpinella, yes, they had the first ever gay.
Well, they're not gay. They're trans.
No, I thought they were gay.
No, they're trans.
I thought they were like
they're
super gays.
Well, no,
there's anything wrong with that.
Trannies dress up as women.
All right, I'm not hip to that.
Well, now you were.
All right, well, it seemed like you were, but there's again nothing wrong with that. So yeah, they had their match, and they were very, very popular. Everybody loved that match. It was a good match. It was a good show. So if you're a fan of wrestling, you have to at least watch Triple Mania, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched All In, make sure you watch it. And I think Triple Mania or AAA itself, you can, if you got Twitch, the app, you can watch some of their matches. So for free. Yeah. So all right. So that's our AAA and All In. Now the next
coverage.
That's our coverage. The next one, I posted a picture of what happened on Monday Night Raw. It was AOP with Drake Maverick as their new manager for AOP. So I posted a picture of them three, Drake Maverick in the AOP gear, which a lot of people were confused was.
What the hell?
Yeah, I said it too. So I posted a picture and I put, what are your thoughts? So Rick, before I discuss everybody, everybody's comments. What were your thoughts? And then we'll go to me, and then we'll read the comments.
I thought it was a Make-A-Wish kid. I didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Jesus.
I thought so too.
I was just like, yo, this poor kid's walking around with this giant suit on and everything. I was like, what tarnation?
That's messed up.
I thought so too, though. I was
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh
You
my
guys are
God.
mean.
No, we're not.
Anyway. All right, so
Well,
here,
I thought it was David Spade.
it did look like David Spade. Oh my god. All right, so here are the comments. Patrick Montalbano. Hey, it's Captain Albano. Anyway, he says, these guys are monsters. They need to not rush their moves, and they could be winners. I kind of agree. They are green. They're still green.
I thought they were Albanian.
Well, that too. They're both. So, Michael Hunsinger said, interesting. I was still waiting for the comment. He didn't. So, what's his name? Oh my God, this is from Arabia, I'm assuming. Celine Cole Fack. I'm sorry, brother. He goes, escort him back to Impact. That was kind of funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Jason Cantwell said, I prefer him in his current role as general manager of 205 Live. Patrick Roll, he said they had the AOP walk away from Precious Paul Ellering only to bring this joke in as a manager is further proof of how pathetic WWE creative really is. I gotta agree with him.
Gotta agree.
I have to. Sherman Conklin, he says, this is not the Shield. Okay. Really? Didn't know that. Hit a mean, Yates. He says, they trying to dress like the Shield.
True.
God. Bright Bay Nazi says, authors of pain. Alrighty. Jesus Christ, help these people. Like, seriously, Lord.
More like the authors of shame with that dude.
Yeah. The thing is, these guys have such potential to be really, really good. All right. Marcus Kassler says, get him out of that vest into a suit. That I agree with.
Yeah, I mean, he's styling and profiling.
Exactly. Yeah. He could have been the younger version of Paul Ellering. Mm-hmm. Raymond Tage, he says, Drake's good on the mic, terrible wrestler, like Enzo. All right. Scott Davis says, I like it. Robert Valiga says, dumb. Clint Gringer says, did this really happen? Haven't watched it yet. Margaret Alice. Spoiler alert, exactly. He says, she says, sorry, they look like the generic version of the Shield back when they first started. Joe Clatt Jr. says, lame. Titus Asbury says, can't take Drake Maverick serious in that outfit on. He has too big of a head for that outfit. Jay Stevens just doesn't fit. They should have left with Paul and leave it at that. Oh, can I agree? Brian Osweigan, he says, no matter what dumb name you want to call him, is just Spud. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Tsunami Musuba. He could wear a suit to prove a point. He looks like little girl being escorted to school with his two big bros. That's messed up. Chad Everett says they went from the greatest managers to this.
I know.
So this one I thought was funny. Cedric Taylor goes, what happened to Dean? Chuck Bramble says, what the fuck? You go from Precious Paul to Rockstar Spud? Yes, everybody's saying, that's Spud. Rip off the Shield. Even Hornswoggle beat the crap out of him. I'm sure they're using him of his mic skills. I agree. Someone put the red flag emoji. So, go ahead, Rick.
You know, the people that are saying Precious Paul, really?
Yeah.
You think Paul Ellering was precious? Like that? You always thought that, or you just doing that because you want to crap on Spud?
I think that. Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't think they were like, oh, Paul, that's Paul Ellering.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on, be real.
Brian Reed says Make-A-Wish Foundation has really stepped up their game.
He must have heard you, Rick.
He must have heard me.
Yeah,
but he posted it like 3 days before you even said that.
Damn.
Shut up.
Jeepers.
Damn, he gotta be calling you out.
Right? My goodness gracious.
Christ.
All right, so that was pretty much it for that. They were, I mean, in my opinion, hey, go for it. Might as well, right? I mean, the thing is, AOP ain't doing shit right now anyway.
Word.
So you give them this turd, make it even worse.
Oh,
But let's see. They only had one match against some jobbers on Raw, so let's just wait and see what happens, okay?
Okay.
Let's give it a shot, okay? Okay, Ricky.
Okay, Ricky.
Okay, Tony.
All right, we're getting carried away.
With an eye.
All right, now before that's fucked up. All right, so before we go over to news and rumors, the Wrestling POV president emailed me and he said that there was a question on the Facebook on our Facebook page from Michael Hunsinger, and he said to talk about it on the show. So this is the question from Michael Hunsinger. He says, "Okay, got a question. Does winning and losing really matter in the wrestling business? I had the discussion with a friend of mine a few days ago, and he said it doesn't. I have to disagree. It does matter whether you're a top draw or a curtain jerker. Your win-loss record, curtain jerker. What the hell?
Never heard that term before.
What the hell? You never heard that term?
No.
And I've been in the business for 20 plus years.
Exactly. Well, for you, it would be on Sundays.
I thought that was a ting ting jerker.
Okay. All right. So anyway, he says your win-loss record does affect your career. When you start to win. Oh, he wins. Win. Okay. You start to win and get hot. Your merchandise sales go up. Your reception by the fans go up, and you become a good commodity both to the business and to yourself. The opposite applies when you start to lose. I know a lot of fans are smart enough to know when a guy or a girl starts a losing streak, chances are they're either on their way out or they got heat backstage. Either way, they slowly start to lose their appeal, and eventually they have no value. I just wonder what you guys thought. So, Rick, you take it, and then Mimi, and then I'll go. All right.
I honestly don't think wins and losses matter. I think at the end of the day, it's your personality.
You don't think it matters?
No, because if you're losing but you have a good personality, you can get over with the fans. It's all. Listen, Zack Ryder didn't even have matches, and he found his way in there. You know, with the whole internet thing with the YouTube channel. It's all about your creative, and again, most importantly, it's at the end of the day, it's all about what Vince McMahon wants. So, if he wants to put you on a 10-match losing streak, fine. You're gonna lose 10 matches in a row, but you know what? You gotta freaking do your best to make those matches look good, so you can still get those fans over with you and stuff like that. So I don't think wins or losses matter. I think it's what kind of performance you put in the ring every single time you're out there.
Okay, Mimi, what do you thought?
I'm trying to think of that guy who has the 200 plus losses.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins. Okay.
Hawkins, I'm saying.
So I think it does matter, but when you get to the point of like Kurt Hawkins status, Hawkins status.
Hawkins?
But when you get to his status, is different.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the losses. It's now a joke. It's a running joke. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people will support that he's the biggest loser.
Right. But I will say this: there was a show where they were going to actually put him over, and he said no.
Right.
He didn't want to.
Because he knows.
Not only that does he know, it's just that he found something.
Right.
Yep.
So losing did him good.
Right.
Okay.
So for me, it's more like I'm on the. I think Mr. Hutzinger is correct. You know what I mean? That you have to maintain that winning status, but when you get to be a big time loser like Kurt Hawkins, Jesus. You might as well fucking run with it.
Okay, now this is where I'm going with this. Okay, now being in the business 20 plus years.
Oh my God.
Yes, him too. I agree and I kind of disagree. Okay, now you get your top players, your main eventers and stuff like that. They're always expected to win. So when they do lose, it's a shock value. There is a shock value. So does winning really, is that important? I would say yes. Okay, and it does mean something. But you look at somebody like Finn Balor, who the only time he wins is when he puts the demon mask on,
Right.
or the makeup, and then he loses. You know, it hurts him as a character itself.
Right.
Now,
right.
Kurt Hawkins, you know, I have to say, years from now, when the people say who had the longest winning streak, they'll know it is him. Okay? In my era, if you tell me
You mean the losing streak?
the losing streak, yeah, that one. If in my era, if you ask me who were the greatest jobbers back in my day, I would tell you SD Special Delivery Jones, Frank Palumbo, the list goes on and on. And these guys lost a lot, but you still rooted for them.
Right.
So they don't lose anything.
Right.
They still are a commodity because they need guys
Exactly.
like that. So does winning, losing really matter? I would say yes. And the reason why is because you get somebody like Asuka, okay, who was expected to win at WrestleMania against Charlotte Flair. Was it a shock to you that she lost?
Yeah.
Or to even
Absolutely.
tap out, for that matter. So, yeah. It was like, not only did she lose her first match, she tapped out. So it was like, wow, okay. Goldberg, he had the longest winning streak for a long time. And when he finally got pinned by Kevin Nash, it was like, damn, serious? By Kevin Nash?
Exactly.
So there's a lot of different factors to that. Meaning, you know, I mean, it's just, there is a lot to it. So you look at Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. They haven't won a lot of matches, and then all of a sudden they were in the tag team title hunt, and then they won. Jinder Mahal. So, you know, if you lose a lot of matches, for me, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You look at Jinder and Titus. He's Slater. Another one.
Yeah.
And he's been with the company for a long time.
Word.
You know what I'm
Slater
saying?
has brought that up recently.
What?
He said that he's sick of being in this position. He's like, he feels like he put in a lot of time, and he wants to be able to prove himself on his own. That he's always been in faction after faction after faction,
Yeah,
and that he wants to prove himself now. He's like, he's a veteran. Give him the opportunity before time runs out.
And I agree. I agree with
Yeah.
that. So, but will people take him serious?
They might.
I don't know.
Baby.
He's got kids.
He's got kids in the trailer house. Damn, he got a double wide. All right. So I hope that answered your question. I mean, there's more to it, in my opinion. It's just,
for us is half and half.
yeah, I would say that. A little half and half. Yeah. So, all right. So, Facebook poll, hater? What?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say this. I got something for you.
What's that?
I got the hater comment right here.
Who?
So on Instagram, I posted something about Brie Bella going against the ropes in the next match.
Oh,
I
boy.
announced
Yeah, we'll
it
talk
for
about
Raw.
that. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I get bamboozled. I get attacked
By
by
who?
Michael Hunsinger.
Jesus Christ.
He says Brie did nothing wrong. It's WWE's fault for bringing her back too soon. Stop clowning on her just because you're tired of the whole Miz vs. Daniel Bryan storyline. Hashtag Brie haters suck.
God.
So then I responded, no one told her to do 2 suicide dives.
True.
Then I said, hashtag mic drop. As in, Mike, drop the trash talk or get these plush hands.
He's gonna get the plush hands.
Wow.
Hashtag Bree supporters are interesting, but stupid. And then he responded, it's a sad day in the wrestling world when I've got heat with the plush puppet. Hashtag get a life, Rick. And
Oh,
like,
Rick.
and I was like, wait, what, Rick? Why Rick? So I responded to him, and I said, hey, why do I have to get a life? That's between you and Miguel. Miguel's his own puppet. Hashtag I'm not Miguel. And then he responds, "Psst, right.
Wow.
Like, what? Me and Miguel are 2 different people. What
Exactly.
are you talking about, bro? Exactly. I would never be this guy, and I would never be you.
Jeez. I mean, they fight like brothers, but I mean, they're close, but not that close.
Exactly.
God.
Like, I'm my own person.
Exactly.
And I'm my own puppet.
But the thing of it is, he act like Rick's always up his ass.
I don't get it.
I don't think a lot of people did. All right, so we'll give Mike the hater comment of the week. So go ahead, Miguel.
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Hater alert! Michael Hunsinger.
Michael Hudson.
All right, so
Wait, sorry. Not only is he a hater, but he's also the Rick Serrano the Turd recipient.
that's true.
Oh my God.
That is true. And
that's-
speaking of the Rick Serrano the Turd recipient, next week we will have the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view points game.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, all right. All right. You know what? Let's go to the wrestling news from around the world, even though I think we kind of covered it. Go ahead, Rick. Take it away, Rick.
All right, before we do that, let's get into some birthdays. All right, man. One of my favorites of all time, Raven, turns 54 years old.
What? 54?
Wow.
He looks bad, though. He's been look busted for years, though.
Yeah. I mean, he cut his hair. He looks awful.
Yeah. Speaking of looking awful, that he has to put a mask on, Sigata turns 41 years old.
That's so messed up, man.
Don't be dissing my guy, man.
Damn.
How are you saying that that's your guy?
Right?
You have never seen his face.
But I've seen everything else.
Last year's nasty.
Damn.
Same with 619.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, you seen his face.
Take away the one,
Looks
and
like
what
a
do
little-
you get? 69.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Baby, from now on, just pretend I'm your nephew, and I need to have that visual in my head. All right, next up,
Oh,
Wendy
my
Richter
God.
turns 57 years old.
Ah, you gotta speak up.
That's wrong.
She doesn't look that old.
She
Damn.
don't. She don't. Wow.
Next up, Wesley Blake turns 31 years old.
Happy birthday.
The sad thing is, as I was looking up the birthdays, I was like, Wesley Blake, and then he had a match on NXT and
Yeah.
won. And last but not least, Xavier Woods turns 32 years old.
Wow, good for him.
A lot younger than I thought.
Yeah. And he
Nice.
won. He won the Guinness Book of World Records for most YouTube subscriptions.
Yeah, if only we could get that.
I know, right? We'd like to be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Jesus. If only our listeners could subscribe
Right?
and spread the word.
Exactly.
Jeez. If there's only a way, if we had a podcast to tell people to
Yeah.
spread the word,
I think we should start one.
definitely.
God, help us
right.
all.
All right, it's now time for the wrestling news from around the world. So apparently, some other people were upset about the main event of All In being shortened, and good old JR was one of them.
Really?
He says that the last match was cut from 28 minutes to 12 minutes. That's because the guys before them were trying to get their own shit in, and they went over. It's not funny, really, because all they did was rob the main event and matches later on of time. And those matches are in the spots for a reason. I just found that to be selfish and not professional. So better that they work for the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes and not me.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right, Jim Ross. Jeez.
Good old JR just woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Apparently so.
Barbecue sauce wasn't selling or something? What
Probably
the hell?
not.
Jesus. And then, like I said earlier, Marty Skrull, the villain, said, listen, I only went over a minute. And he said while he was at the curtain, Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks told him that not to cut anything. If they go dark, they go dark. So,
Wow.
I guess the villain was like, all right, we're going to add some stuff. Oh,
Wow. Well,
yeah,
you know
so
what?
that
It
is
worked because it
crazy.
got people talking.
Exactly. I mean, and the villain, he's a great character, man.
He is. He is.
So, Sting also revealed that Dusty Rhodes was the one who told him to paint his face.
Really?
So that was interesting. Yeah,
That is interesting.
So Dusty Rhodes, man, that just shows you how great, like how much of a visionary this man was in the wrestling business.
Yeah, and that's why when he spoke, you listened.
Exactly.
You know, if he gave you advice, you listen to that advice. You know. So.
You know, if only somebody can speak like Dusty Rhodes right now, I wonder what it would sound like.
That would be weird. Let me tell you something, baby.
Yo,
Oh.
what in tarnation was that?
I've dined with kings and queens and strawberry beans.
Strawberry beans. Oh my god.
Something like that.
Oh,
I mean, he was one of the greatest, of course, and everybody does a Dusty Rhodes impression. Some are good, some are just terrible.
Like Tony's.
No, mine was actually pretty good. No, mine was good. Mine was good, baby.
Good for nothing.
Damn.
Got him.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, and last but not least, 205 Live. Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher attacked Cedric Alexander after he defeated TJP.
Okay.
Yeah. Just thought I should mention that.
Okay. Great. Even my dog didn't like that.
All right, relax.
Right?
Relax.
All right.
That's all I got.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. All right, so on to rumors. This one isn't really a rumor. Well, it kind of is, but this is a tweet that Bray Wyatt put out.
Yes.
It's just odd to me, and you guys tell me what you think. He goes, "Raw." He didn't do that. He didn't say that.
Wow.
He said,
Interesting.
I was hindered, sick, abused, and abandoned. He showed me Eden, a God I can sell. It was always here. Fix everything, Mr. Mercy. Behold my children, a master reborn. This time, G-A-H. We changed the world. Who are we? Wait for me. Do you see me? Lucid. Hashtag resurrect Wyatt. So what y'all think of that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I honestly am excited for it, but we've all seen what they've done with Bray Wyatt, so
Right.
I'm gonna try to contain my excitement.
Well, it's got to be something
Because-
dark. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's got to be something dark. So, all right.
Hey, listen, we thought the same about this dude, Better Call Your Mama, and we thought, oh, he's gonna be a monster,
Yeah.
and he came out dancing.
That's true.
Oh my god, yes, right?
Tyrus, he goes by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Shawn Michaels is rumored to be the special guest referee for the Super Showdown and at the
Super Showdown?
The Super Showdown in Australia for the Undertaker versus Triple H match. So, just like in WrestleMania.
Okay.
So there's a lot of speculation that the sudden pairing of Bobby Roode and Chad Gable is a setup for Roode turning heel.
Yes, I see
hope
that
so.
a mile away.
I hope so, man. And after feuding with Roode, there's talks of reuniting Gable with Jason Jordan when he finally returns.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Lord, yay.
So, in addition, there's also rumors how they were going to add a tag team championship for the women's division.
Okay.
That's been a while now, but now more came up to life. A secondary singles belt will be introduced for the women's roster by early 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. So, any thoughts on that?
Interesting.
That's messed up.
No, I also heard that they were talking about perhaps bringing back the European title or hardcore title.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Ooh,
That'd be
that
cool.
would be interesting.
Now, the hardcore, they have to do like they did before, though, and do it 24 hours a day.
Yeah, you gotta put it 24/7.
And there's a lot they can do with that, so we'll see.
And Tony, did you hear the rumor about Shawn Michaels possibly coming out of retirement?
I heard that too, and saying about and I I heard Kurt Angle's name in the mix too, but I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. So.
Yo, wait a second.
Okay.
Does Kurt Angle interfere in this match, costing Triple H, and then or attack Shawn Michaels to prevent Triple H from winning, and then at least it's gold, baby. I'm gonna say that for myself. Write that down.
True.
We don't have that podcast yet.
I know, right? Shoot, we have this podcast. Let me tell you something. We're gonna be gold.
Yeah, we'll be famous.
Gold. So, all right, Rick. Injury. What you got?
Well, aside from my torn labrum,
Damn, still, huh?
surgery November 20th. Make sure you guys
Send the prayers,
Think
people.
about
He needs it. Are you done?
category 8 out of 9. It's
Are you done?
Almost the worst.
Are you done?
That's all I got.
Okay, that's all he's got. Let's go straight on to Raw notes. All right, Braun Strowman opened up Raw with McIntyre and Ziggler by his side. Did he get some booze there or no? I don't know.
The pack.
Yeah, he mocked Roman and the Shield before they came in, and it turned out to be an all-out brawl. Corbin sends the whole roster out to break it up, and then had the Shield arrested.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Miguel Cole with the tweet with the bounty that they got transferred to the bounty. Remember when the bounty got arrested?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
And then the match of all matches, the Bella Twins came back versus the Riot Squad.
That was hilarious.
God.
Nick, Brie.
BB, hold on, BB, defend your girl Brie Bella because you're the
I
one
can't.
that loves
I
Brie.
do love Brie, but I can't defend her on this one.
Thank
Sorry.
Almost
God.
killed herself.
Not once, but twice.
Yeah. If it was one time, maybe, but twice? Mm-mm.
Ridiculous.
Guys, be careful. Michael Hudson loves Brie Bella.
Now, I can see if you haven't wrestled in a while and talking from experience that when you go, if you have a long hiatus, and that's a big word for me, if you've been gone for a long hiatus and you come back into the rest, you do minimal. You got to get your feet wet. So you do as minimal as you can, so that way it comes right back to you, just like riding a
Dude,
bike.
she was struggling to run the ropes.
And she was.
Yeah.
She was struggling through this match. Now, as a professional, I'm telling you right now, what Sarah Logan did was perfect, because when she attempted the first suicide dive and got hung up on the ropes, Sarah Logan attacked her to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? So her quick thinking, I was like, that's real good. So Sarah Logan's she's gonna do things. So but nobody said that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just saw Brie hunched over, which was hilarious. But I'm sorry. That was very embarrassing. And then the second one. But you know what got me mad was that people were saying, "Oh, how come nobody talks about Brie Bella gonna get hurt just like Sasha Banks when she does it?" I was like, seriously? Even when Sasha Banks does it, it's like, careful. Mm-hmm. You know, that doing a suicide dive or a tope back in my day, that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it correctly, you can really, really hurt yourself.
Hence,
Lita,
suicide dive.
Yeah, suicide dive. You know,
The thing is, when you do it incorrectly, your feet hit the ropes.
right?
Brie Bella hit her stomach against the rope. That's how bad it was.
No, you know what?
It's the truth.
I agree that you can't. There's nothing that you can say to justify her mistake.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly right. When you mess up a suicide dive, okay, it's normally your feet hitting the ropes, which causes you to go flat on your face. Her belly hit the
No
damn-
belly, because she got
She don't got a belly.
No, all right, no, we're not saying about that she's.
No, I'm just saying.
No, we know that. But she's flat.
She's flat. She should have been able to slide through
Now,
it.
let me tell you something though. If that was Nikki Bella, I can say, she had her boobs, then I can say, okay, she's rolling it
Because you
out.
was looking at it anyway.
I look at them things all the time.
I know.
Okay.
Listen, Bree should have done what Nikki did and stay in the match for 20 seconds like John Cena. Because that's the way to do it.
That is true, but that's my point. Do as least possible in there. If you're a baby face, okay, you got to let them work you and this and that. If you're a heel, you get your shit in, but don't go crazy. Period. Ugh. All right, are we done talking about Bree's?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Unless Bree's belly
No.
gets put in the book.
Bree's belly?
No.
I have to go with Mr. Rick on this.
You don't count, Miguel.
What do you mean I don't count?
You're just
What's
an
the mission
intern.
for you?
All right, so wait a minute, because I'm half on it.
Just
Get
like
it?
Bree
If she
on it.
does it again, then
Ah!
if she does it again, then she goes in the book.
She'll
Why don't-
never do that again.
No, she probably will. Probably
Bree,
will.
Bree is a type that if she fucked up, she's gonna get back on,
And she's gonna do it again.
and she's gonna do it again. If she
All right.
do
Oh,
it
so
again
she
and
did
fuck it
Daniel
up, then
Bryan.
she goes in
Wait,
the
so
book.
should we take a vote then? Put a poll, at least,
Yes.
for the fans?
Yes.
All right.
No.
We'll put it up. If the fan says yes, then that's got to go in the book. But I will say this. Knowing Bree, like I know Bree, if she does it again and she does it good or she botches it, she stays in the book.
Well,
But if she
she's
does
got-
it good,
Oh, yeah.
then we'll take her off.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Sorry,
Sounds
Bree.
like a plan.
I love you, Bree.
So it'll be up to the fans to decide if Brie Bella's belly, and that's how we got to put it. Brie Bella's belly,
Yeah.
the 3B. Brie Bella's belly goes in the book. All right, so the Bella Twins win. And then, as we spoke earlier, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus the Ascension. Obviously, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable won. I really want Bobby Roode to turn heel. It's got to come out. It's got to happen. Elias, he came out to perform and started trashing on Columbus. I thought that was hilarious.
It was.
Especially when Alexa came out and defended her hometown. She's like, no, this is my hometown. And she did their little cheer and all this other shit. And then she turned on them too, just like that.
Oh
She's
my
very
gosh,
good at
she
that.
is so funny.
Rousey and Natalya came out and then match happened between Bliss and Natalya. Alexa won. So back in the locker room,
Exactly.
Braun and Dolphin Drew talking with Baron Corbin, and they were talking about a match. They needed a match, this and that. How about the tag team? We want that. Baron was like, well, we already got that going on, and well, what if something happened? Then what? Well, I have to make some changes. So obviously you knew what was going to happen. They ended up
Right.
attacking the Revival.
So predictable.
So the match was the B Team versus Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph hit him with the super kick and tagged in McIntyre for the Zigzag Claymore. And new tag champs. What you think?
Predictable.
I think it's the right thing to do.
I think so too. But no, go ahead.
But the B team is done.
Yeah.
They're good.
I mean,
They're coming back
and what are they gonna do? Get a rematch before Hell in a Cell?
next week probably and lose
And then
again.
what? But then what? You know, tag team ain't gonna be defended on Hell in a Cell. So unless that's a pre-show match, which it has to be. They have to get involved somehow because of the Braun
I
versus Roman.
I think Dean and Seth might get a tag team title match.
Ah.
No.
There you
The
go.
Revival would have get a tag team title
Well,
match.
they would have to, but at the same time, with Dean and Seth, you know they're going to be a tag again and try to get those belts. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
well, especially with Seth with the IC title.
Yeah. So
That's weird.
So
Yeah.
the shield. So the shield.
El Shield.
So the shield.
El Shield va a ser.
Yes, the shield. You know what I say? That's so wrong.
Yes, I understand.
So yeah, so the shield will hold all the titles then.
Yes, so
God, great.
It's either them or it's going to be Drew, Dolph, and Braun.
the pack.
The pack. So then up next, the AOP introduced their new manager of Drake Maverick. They just
What a
beat the
joke.
shit out of two jobbers over there. Oh, enhancement talent.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, we discussed it earlier. Let's just give it a shot, okay? Let's see what happens, see how it works. Hopefully, maybe he got some grief, over it, and they changed it up. You know what? Put a suit on.
Is Vince McMahon like blind? Isn't he in the gorilla position?
Yes.
Like, did he see this fool walk past him? It was like, oh, that's just funny. Hornswoggle got AOP on.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Pretty much. I'm pretty sure he saw it like that.
That's how I saw it.
What?
The Hornswoggle had AOP on.
What? Vince McMahon's there? What the hell?
I know, right? Right in my house. All right, so then Shawn Michaels, he returns.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I actually jumped for that one.
So he was there to hype up the Super Showdown match between Triple H and The Undertaker. He predicted, obviously, that his friend will win. Yeah, and he said that The Undertaker has very little left in the tank. All of a sudden, dong!
The time.
Wait, Joey Ryan was there?
Oh.
That's messed up. Yes. The Undertaker, he shows up. Yeah, man. And he goes into the ring, and they both said some words to each other. Undertaker, I think they went. I think what happened between those two was they said, all right, mention this, mention that, mention this, mention that. Because this promo between the both of them was all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Undertaker came in when he shouldn't have while HBK was talking, and that's really not like the Undertaker, you know? So I'm pretty sure they were like, well, you guys are pros, you guys know what you're doing, just talk about this and this and this, and they still botched it. So, yeah, it's stupid. Michaels, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I got distracted by Shawn Michaels every time he spoke because that eye is like...
Jesus!
Yo,
that's true, though.
Yo.
Man,
You know what? If I
he
can't
was
put
ducking
Brie Bella
deer
in the
hunting at
book-
the same time.
If I can't put Brie Bella's belly in the book, Shawn
Shawn
Michaels' lazy eye.
Shawn Michaels cocked eye.
Shawn Michaels' wandering eye.
We gotta put that in the book.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Because the thing of it is, it'll come off in a few weeks, you know, because, well, no, not until after the showdown.
No.
So, I mean...
I think it should go up to a poll, too.
No, that's a full-on agreement there.
Yeah.
We'll put... All right, go ahead. Do the honors.
All right, Shawn Michaels cocked eye. You just made the book.
Wow.
Yes.
So, anyway...
Any stamp of approval.
So, yeah. So, Taker and HBK engaged in some banter back and forth, and Michael said he's a man of his word for retiring, and he's going to stay retired, unlike the Dead Man. So, back to what you were saying, Rick, that's interesting because he kept talking about his retirement.
Right. The only issue I had with that was that the Undertaker kind of proved Shawn Michaels correct as far as that his time was up, because the old Undertaker would have choke slammed him or fucking power drived him. You know what I mean?
I think the thing is, though, that would have made the Undertaker look like a heel, and they're trying to make Triple H be the heel. You know what I'm saying? Because Shawn Michaels came out as a baby.
Yeah, but he always still tombstone, at least fucking choke slam him and throw him on the floor for talking shit.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Well,
And maybe it would have straightened out his cocked eyes.
Shawn didn't get as big an applause as the Undertaker.
No. Are you kidding me? The minute the Undertaker goes anywhere, he's gonna get a big pop. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh God, nasty. All right, so then up next it was Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Ember Moon and Dana Brooke. Whose cereal did she piss on for Ember to be involved in this match?
I know.
Anyway, they lost. Sasha Banks and Bayley won. After the match, Dana looked at Titus Worldwide. She goes, "I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm out." So
That's imploding.
But you gotta remember that Titus and Apollo Crews, fucking, they were arguing so much that they distracted her. So they had to figure out a way to get, how can we get Dana Brooke away from fucking Apollo?
Right.
And that's by putting them four faces in the match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we'll see where they go with it. You know, we'll see. So then up next, it was Jinder and Bobby doing the. Now I'm going to tell you, as much as I hated this, I laughed.
I did too.
You know, Bobby was quite funny, I got to admit. But of course, it's like, where are they going with this? And then what happens during their Shanti? Kevin Owens attacks Bobby Lashley after quitting last week.
I know, what the
Stupid.
fuck?
It's like, wait a minute.
Stupid.
So he quit. It's like nothing ever happened.
Exactly.
It's like, why did they tell him to quit? I don't get it.
Me neither, too.
It was dumb.
It was
So either way, though,
it makes no sense.
No, it made no sense. Either way, KO he power bombed Lashley onto the apron, and obviously there's going to be a program between Lashley and Kevin Owens. So the main event: Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman. I'm not going to go into too much detail into this match. The match was alright. You know, Finn, was the underdog, obviously, but he lost. Strowman hits the power slam and wins. So Braun and Drew and Dolph attacked Balor, and then all of a sudden, now before I go on to the rest, throughout the show they were kept talking about where the Shield was as far as them getting arrested and all this other shit. At one point they were saying, oh, the Shield did make bail and this and that. So then another segment came out and it said, oh, the judge released the Shield on their own recognizance. Recognizance. Now I got something to say about that, but not right now. So anyway, just throwing it out there. So all of a sudden you hear the sirens. And I thought Big Papa Pump was coming back. I was like, no, that's far-fetched. But yeah. So a police van was backing up into the arena. And then Roman comes out of the driver's seat and he opens up the back, and Dean and Seth were in there, and they walked to the
one
ring.
at a time.
One at a time. Well, one behind the other. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, but before the attack had happened, Baron told the rest of the roster to come out. They ended up beating the shit out of the Shield. And
all the heels.
All the heels. To at one point that they threw Seth into the police van, and he shattered the window. And he legitimately got hurt. You saw the blood all over his hands. Or his arm. But now my thing is this, they did send all the heels, but why was Kevin Owens there?
Right?
After he just had this battle out with Braun. Made no sense.
Well, what made even more nonsense was Drew Gulak.
Yeah, Drew Gulak. Brother, you in 205 Live.
Yeah.
And the Power of Love. What's his name? Mike?
Yeah, Kanellis.
Mike Kanellis. He was all over that stuff. And then the thing is, Drew Gulak and Mike Kanellis are on Instagram posting their screenshots of them punching Seth Rollins, Drew Gulak getting Roman or whatever. And it's just like, guys,
it's
relax.
Like, what the hell is going on?
Mike Kanellis has mastered the art of getting TV time when he wasn't supposed to.
Exactly.
And now Drew Gulak is all over that. He's like, I'm going to wear white tights. You can see the white and I'm out there.
Like wearing tighty whities. Some bitch. Anyway, so they ended up attacking him. Dean was sent through the announce table. They all three of the Shield was laid out pretty much. Everybody was standing over them, and they faded out. So now, you guys are gonna laugh, but my thing is, why did they come in a police van? Did they steal that from them? Like, seriously, why? Anyway.
So is there like a Grand Theft Auto?
That might be. There's got to be a charge of Grand Theft Auto because they stole the damn police van. Oh my god! All right, I guess it was ridiculous. All right, the good, the bad, and the ugly of Raw. Man, I tell you, the good. The return of HBK, we gotta definitely throw that out there. And The Undertaker too. Gotta give him props. Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the good. And the Shield beatdown. As much as I criticized it, I still dug it. Seriously. And the one thing no one talked about was Renee Young was back in commentary.
Yes.
Because it wasn't good.
And she did all right. She did all right, but it's not a permanent thing. From what I was told, was that the coach, he was doing another shot for some golf channel. That's what I was told. Yeah. So, all right, the bad. The Shield made bail, but was released on their own recognizance.
And they still
Bad writing.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yes.
Because when you're released, if you make bail, that means you're released. If you released on your own recognizance, that means the judge says, you can go. So the judge let him go twice. They left twice.
I guess so.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Bad writing. Also the bad. Bobby Lashley. Shanty. But funny. And KO returns after quitting for just 1 week. Serious? I don't get it. Anyway, hopefully they'll explain. All right, and the ugly, and I'm sure everyone in this whole universe will agree with me, Bree's botches. That was just terrible. Bree, what are you thinking, homegirl? You just came back. And, oh my God, that's just horrendous. It's just terrible.
She's like, well, Daniel did it.
I know, right? All right, so that is, that's your Raw, I guess. No bells for me today? All right.
No.
You're like, no. Anyway, so that is, now I know how you feel.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we're going to go over SmackDown Breakdown and then NXT POV.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. Listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling POV podcast is affiliated with the Collar and Elbow brand. You go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Save yourself 10% by using promo code WPOV. Get yourself a new t-shirt. Get yourself a hat.
And sunglasses.
Sunglasses, too. You want to support your local indie wrestlers, and you want to support the Wrestling POV podcast.
Yeah.
So use promo code WPOV and save yourself 10%. How about that, Michael Hunzinger?
Yeah, Hunzinger.
Jeepers.
All right, with that, it's now time for the SmackDown
Breakdown.
Break it down. Degenerate into something cool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a great boy. Yeah. That's a great little man. Break it down. Think you can tell me what to do?
And we are back with SmackDown Live, and Renee Young is in the ring. So Renee Young just did commentary on Raw.
Mm-hmm. Closing her. I don't think so. I can't. It's all right with me. It's not like it's not bothering me. I guess.
She's fine.
She's fine. She's okay. She's squished.
Stop being such a hater.
Damn! Where'd that come from?
Wait a second, Miguel. She's stealing your stuff. I know she's stealing my stuff now. Jesus. All right. Speaking of Jesus, Renee Young, so she's Jesus now. Announces Bree Mode. Speaking of Jesus, Bree Mode is also on Raw and now on SmackDown. And her husband, Daniel Bryan. They look back at last week about the attack from The Miz, and oh god, Daniel Bryan and his coward. It's not gonna get over, bro. It's not gonna get over.
Yeah.
Stop saying that word.
Yeah, stop it.
But the thing of it is, no one responded to it.
No, because he's corny.
You know. Okay.
And Renee shows footage of the Miz and Maurice in an empty arena, which turns out that arena was pretty much empty anyway.
Right, I heard about that.
There wasn't a lot of people there.
Yeah.
But Miz and Maurice did a promo calling out Daniel Bryan, Brie, but they weren't there.
Yeah.
Then Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega come out, and we're gonna get a match. And we got Daniel Bryan versus Andrade Cien Almas.
The burial of Andrade Cien Almas.
But yes, that's the problem. He's getting buried. Oh man, he's getting buried.
Big time.
I thought it was an interesting match. I thought it was good, but yes, Daniel Bryan picks up the win. After the match, Brie hits Zelina Vega with a running knee. That was sick.
Yeah.
If she did that more often instead of trying to suicide
I thought she took her head off.
Yeah, it looked really, really good.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Bryan and what's her name, Brie Bella win and move on. And on the screen we see Miz and Maurice, who say they're at a restaurant. And Daniel
The
Bryan
best
and Brie
restaurant
are
in Detroit.
Yeah.
in Detroit.
What's that?
If you want to sponsor us, we'll say your name.
Yeah, whoever it is.
Yeah. Next up, we get an exclusive interview with Charlotte and Becky. What?
Becky. You said Becky. That's Miguel's.
Exactly. That's why I pressed it, because of Becky Lynch. Oh. Okay. I thought you guys were just friends. We're trying to take it to the next level.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
This interview was okay. Charlotte, you're not gonna get anybody to feel bad for you. You're not.
Yeah. Well,
You want to talk about people growing up in shadows? Bitch, you're making money off of that shadow, being in that shadow. What are you talking about?
that's true, yeah.
So, because of that, man, you're making money. So that doesn't work. I hate when faces like John Cena or Charlotte, who's gotten a lot in this company, is trying to make themselves the underdog.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
That's true.
And which is why the fans are not going to cheer for Charlotte. They're going to go for Becky.
But you know what I heard Jesus, was that that they're still going to go with the script of Becky being a heel.
Yeah.
But now the way they're going to do it is, I guess, like the Stone Cold Steve Austin treatment.
I was gonna say,
that's how they're gonna
the
run
Stone
with
Cold
it.
Effect.
Yeah,
with Becky.
But the thing is, they threw in Charlotte into that mode too. So they're saying that even if they boost Charlotte, it's still gonna be kind of like the same thing.
Why you gotta lump them two together?
No, they're not. The attitudes is going to be kind of the same.
I'm just saying.
It's like if she gets booed, she gets booed. That's fine. If Becky gets booed, she gets booed, and that's fine. If she gets cheered, that's fine. And same thing, vice versa. So.
Yeah, but you're kind of lumping them together like Charlotte's boobs.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Brie and Daniel leaving to go grab some dinner. I wonder where they're going.
To the best restaurant in Detroit.
Yeah.
If you want to sponsor us.
Next up, we had Naomi versus Peyton Royce. Naomi picks up the win, and then after the match, Asuka returns.
Yeah.
And beats the hell out of the Iconics.
Yeah.
So I was kind of right. You were kind of wrong. You said Nana was going to be Naomi's partner.
You
Shut
did say
up.
that. You did say that.
You did say that.
You did.
God. But you know what? Not a terrible pairing of Naomi and Asuka.
No.
No, but not the pairing that I was hoping for.
Yeah, but I mean, when's the women's pay-per-view? The Evolution. When is that?
In October.
October. So they got what, about another month and a half before that pay-per-view. So you really, because I heard it was going to be the Iconics versus them two at the Evolution pay-per-view. Now
that's a long ways.
That's a long ways away. And for Asuka, out of all people, to be involved in something like that, isn't that a little bit below her? You know, not to diss Naomi and the Iconics.
No, it's true.
But isn't that kind of below her?
I think they got to build her up again. You got to show her who she
By
was.
starting with the Iconics?
They buried you. Do you understand what they did to this woman?
Oh, I know.
They built a skyscraper on top of her.
Yeah.
Like,
This
she got a
Godzilla.
long face up. What?
Godzilla.
What kind of Godzilla was that? Was like
He was here.
Godzilla.
Godzilla was here.
That was Gazuki.
Gazuki.
Speaking of
The nerd came
Dookie, Jeff Hardy's promo, Randy Orton's promo. Jeff Hardy's never been in Hell in a Cell.
No.
That I found so
But
bizarre.
you know what's gonna happen then. He's gonna go crazy. Shit.
Oh,
Come
Jeff,
on.
don't do it, Jeff.
He is. It's gonna
My
happen.
God! He's broken in half! Don't do it, Jeff. Don't do it. Don't
He's
do
gonna
it.
do it.
Just turned 41 years old.
Right? He's gonna do it.
Oh, man.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah. Paige was in the back, and Miz and Maurice entered. They
Yeah.
did it shortly, and Paige said that Miz got a match tonight, and she's not gonna tell him who. Okay.
Sure.
They were in the back, and R-Truth.
Whoa. That came. Oh my God.
R-Truth is looking for Carmella, and he runs into Carmella, except it's Maurice. And he's been trying to book a match with Carmella because she can't handle the truth. And Miz tells Truth not to touch his wife. And Truth asks if Miz is married to Carmella. and then Miz says, how long has it been since their last tag? And this is where R-Truth's memory came in. He's like 7 years. And he's right.
Yeah.
So R-Truth's memory is on and off.
Yeah.
And Miz says that's the last time he's been relevant.
Damn.
And then Truth says he doesn't know what Carmella sees in Miz.
He got Alzheimer's? Is that what they trying to
Alzheimer's
make
or
it?
something. And I think that's what we need to change it to. Instead of his memory,
Memory
it's
is
Alzheimer's.
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 Yeah.
Is it Alzheimer's
It's old timers.
or old timers? I think it's Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it is Alzheimer's.
Okay, so Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So we'll change that into the book.
Samoa Joe enters and goes to the ring, and this is getting creepy. This is getting like Jack Nicholson. Here's Johnny. Creepy. Wendy.
You think?
It's just so creepy. AJ said he comes out on the screen and then says, you don't threaten another man's family, and he comes out and they just go at it. They start brawling with each other, chair shots and stuff like that. And Paige tells AJ to think about his family, and Joe gets up and AJ tries to go off tackle, but a referee stops him.
Yeah.
This is just creepy.
It is creepy.
I mean, it's not terrible.
But-
I'm not saying that it's terrible.
But hold up. But I'd rather this close the show than to have it called the Daniel Bryan and Miz show. Because that's what it was.
Right.
I
They
agree.
started with it. They talked about it. They showed a promo, and they ended with it. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
That one too.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
With the D.
Ridiculous. What? Not that there's anything wrong with that. But, all right.
Oh.
Next up, then we had R-Truth inside Dillinger, and he's looking for Carmella still, and he sees Carmella, and Truth says that the other Carmella said that she sat on the trash. Now, is this the face turn of Carmella?
It could be. It
I
could
mean, I'm
be.
not ready for that.
No?
I don't want to see that again. I mean, because
Again?
Becky became because she was a face for a long time.
I don't even remember. That's
No,
how
I don't
long.
even remember her as a face.
Before she had the title, she was a face, no?
No, she was a heel.
She's always been a
She's
heel.
always been a heel.
No, when she first got to SmackDown Live, she was a face.
No. She was
Yes.
a heel.
We have to review
Wow.
Can we review the tapes?
Well, not now.
Maybe we should put Mr. Rick's memory in the book.
You know what? I agree. Rick, do the honors.
Wait, what?
Your memory?
Exactly. and Maurice are gonna go through some things right now because Carmella's like, all right, I'm coming out with truth. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We heard Randy Orton side, and that was just weird. Rusev Day versus the Usos versus Sanity. Winners get a number one contender opportunity against the Bah.
Yeah.
And Rusev Day picks up the win.
Yeah.
And Sanity took the pin.
Yep. Burial of Sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, Rusev Day has to win, though.
They have to.
Then you might as well give them the tag straps.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But you know it's not going to happen.
It's not. It's going to be the bar again, and I don't see how. Listen, the match was good. I like the back and forth. It was a pretty good match. This guy, Dade, Killius Dade, he's good.
He's really good, yeah.
He's really good. I'm really enjoying him.
Are you? Especially on Sundays, right?
Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow.
What the hell? Come on, son.
Wow.
Like, come on. After the match, the bar comes out and just looks at Rusev Day. Okay.
That was it.
What happened next? I'm sorry.
Let's think about something
He said
again.
before the match, you can't believe that after 8 years, he still has to tell everyone that he's superior to Daniel Bryan. And then R-Truth came out, and they had their match. Now, this was a good match. Listen, I'm telling you, R-Truth is growing on me more and more. I'm really
I've always liked R-Truth.
I've always loved R-Truth.
I've always liked R-Truth, man. I mean,
all
the guy
right,
can
Tony,
wrestle.
relax. Oh.
The guy can wrestle. He can cut a good promo. His character of being silly, that's him, you know.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, speaking of R-Truth, was that Vince really loves R-Truth. Like, he doesn't want R-Truth to go nowhere.
Right.
Because he makes me laugh. And he said, and on top of that, he goes, R-Truth will never be a heel. That's what he said. He said, because apparently they tried it before. When actually it was R-Truth versus John Cena in the main event for the belt.
Wow.
And R-Truth was a heel. And he was funnier than shit.
Yeah.
And Vince was in the midst of that. And he loved it. And he said, you know what? You got to stay being a heel. I mean, babyface.
Yeah.
I don't want you being a heel anymore. So ever since then, he doesn't want R-Truth going away. Like, when his contract, whatever you need, you tell me. And the thing of it is, R-Truth is such a good guy. You just keep paying me what you're paying me. He doesn't ask for a raise. He doesn't say, yeah, push me to the top. He doesn't say, yeah, you can keep giving me what you get. If you want to give me more, that's fine. I'll take that. You know, so it just goes to show what kind of person R-Truth is. And the fact that Vince really loves him that much to, just keep him there for any whimsical thing, it's hilarious.
Exactly.
I think it is.
And I mean, for him to adopt little Jimmy also.
Oh my God! Yes, little Jimmy.
Yeah, you can't stop. You got to bring up little Jimmy. Funny.
Miz ends up losing to R-Truth after a distraction from Daniel Bryan. And after that, Daniel Bryan attacks the Miz, and Maurice gets chased around by Brie.
Yep.
And then Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega come out, and they get put in yes locks. And that was the end of SmackDown. So now it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly of SmackDown Live. The good. Whew. I gotta go. Let me scroll through this. Daniel Bryan versus Andrade Cien Almas was good. The Miz versus R-Truth was good. Samoa Joe and AJ, as creepy as it was good. The bad, I gotta go with Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton's promos. I don't know. And the ugly truth about this whole thing is, where the hell was Shinsuke Nakamura?
Exactly.
That's the ugliest thing they could have done, is just keep him off the show.
Yep.
Especially with all those Daniel Bryan and Miz promos.
Exactly.
What? You wasn't gonna say the ugly was that there was no pancakes?
That too.
That's
Jeepers.
true too. That's the good.
That's a good?
That's a good. That was the Italiano in him coming out.
You came straight out of
That's
Italian.
good.
Oh man, I saw the chef's hat and everything. He goes, that's so good.
All right. over to Miguel Cole. Miguel. Okay, so make sure you guys follow us on our Facebook page at Wrestling POV and on Instagram at Wrestling POV1. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Wrestling POV, where I get celebrities like David Arquette, and I get what's his name? Terry Crews, and I get other celebrities, and then I get haters like Michael Hunsinger. All right, so make sure you guys do that. And now time for NXT POV. Mamma mia!
You gotta love it.
Alright, NXT, we had Cassius Ohno defeat Kona Reeves. Cassius Ohno, it's just, what are you doing with this guy?
I know, right?
I just don't get it.
I tell you this much though, whenever Heath Slater leaves, he could be the new Heath Slater.
But see, the thing is, Heath Slater's entertaining. Cassius Ohno's just fat.
Damn, Rick.
Damn.
Oh no, you didn't.
You did.
Not that there's anything against fat people, but
no, they do have a big butt. Yeah.
Oh no.
He's bland, I guess, right? And the look of him doesn't fit because he wears the basketball jerseys. For me, that's like, no, you need something else.
Oh no.
That was a oh no. That was the gay oh no. Oh no, you didn't.
Oh no.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. Girl, oh no, you didn't. Anyway.
Next up we had the Forgotten Sons. Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake defeated the Street Profits.
Wow.
Alright, Cutler. Right. Wasn't Cutler like the jobber on NXT for a long time?
Yeah.
Alright, apparently they see something in this.
Yeah, apparently to beat the Street Profits too, who they were pushing.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Like, see, this is people. Why are you like? I don't get it. Like NXT, how do you vote for NXT when they do nonsensical things like that?
Yeah.
The NXT Women's Champion Kairi Sane defeated Trish Adora. Okay. And then the Velveteen Dream defeated Johnny Gargano, which was a great match. This was actually a really good match. Yeah. The thing is with Gargano, I'm not liking this where they like got him hesitant about doing moves now, and he's second guessing himself. Yeah. Like, all right, relax, bro. Like,
I'm saying.
I just don't.
But really anything that the Velveteen does is he can't do no wrong right now.
Well, no, he can.
No, he can't.
He can. He's got the character.
Wear the Vince pants.
Well, he can't wear. So he did do wrong.
I said now, not yesterday.
You're right. All right. It is now time for Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT.
Yeah.
Now, as you see, we've done things a little bit differently. Instead of having a vote on Tuesday and Wednesday, we have a vote only on Wednesday after NXT, where you, the fans, vote for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and you do so by using the like emojis. Right. If you like Raw, you use the heart emoji. If you like SmackDown, you use the thumbs up. Or if you like NXT, you use the laughing emoji.
Right.
So, you, the fans, vote, and you guys help us out in making our decision. But in several weeks, you haven't made it easy on us. Raw is now ahead 3-0 on SmackDown and 1 on NXT. And you, the fans, voted in favor of SmackDown. 41% for SmackDown, 32% for Raw, and 27% for NXT.
Wow.
Good.
All right.
So, you guys, what's your vote? Raw, SmackDown, or NXT?
It's honestly, this was like a toss-up for me. I think they were all I think it was just all on the same level. To be honest, I mean, the only thing good out of Raw for me was new tag champions. You know, and at the end, I did dug it though. You know that the Shield got their asses whooped. The only thing for me, it's like the Breeds Botches. I just can't get over that. You know, but you know, I don't know. There was some storytelling for me that didn't really make sense. SmackDown, that was kind of the same thing, kind of, and when I say kind of, is they just showed way too much of Daniel Bryan in The Miz. That was just when they're trying to make that the main focus, instead of the main focus should have been Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? NXT, I think, I love the fact of Velveteen Dream. When he's in a match, he makes it gold. So, in my opinion, I in my order, it goes SmackDown, Raw, and NXT.
So SmackDown, he's saying.
All right.
With me, it was SmackDown, NXT, and then Raw.
Okay.
Wow.
Brie
All right.
Botches sucked.
But then it didn't suck that bad to
It
make him go
did.
last.
It did.
You know?
And the fact that SmackDown didn't have pancakes made them number one.
That's true too.
But
And you know what?
I will say this though about SmackDown.
Well, you
the
can't
one
say
thing
this,
that
but-
was entertaining for sure was just the whole R-Truth thing.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That was
absolutely.
funny. So I can't,
Absolutely.
that made SmackDown, to be honest. That's wrong. But still, it's the
And
truth.
you know what? SmackDown, like I said, SmackDown had some good matches with Daniel Bryan and Andrade Cien Almas, and it actually had a finish. You know, it wasn't a disqualification or
Yeah,
anything
but
like that.
I mean, to me, just burying Andrade is like, nah.
I know.
They can't do that.
They can't bury him.
You know.
Yeah.
What is this? Get rid of the Mexicans and shit?
That's racist, but not only that though, not just the clean. I'd rather have them do a DQ than a clean finish.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because at least it would protect Andrade at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, but
You
don't
know?
you think Daniel Bryan needs to start getting some wins under his belt? I think
But not
Daniel
against
Bryan,
not against Cien
against-
Almas.
Oh, I get it.
Not
I get
against,
it, but
yeah, Andrade. No.
I feel like the roster on SmackDown has been depleted.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's the same guys every week. But again,
Yeah.
with that being said, they should put Ty Dillinger against Daniel Bryan. There's nothing wrong with putting a face against a face.
True.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And there's so many guys in the back
Yeah.
that they can
Yeah.
fucking bury instead
Shinsuke.
of Andrade.
That's another one.
Whoa. But it's funny, we're all saying this about SmackDown, what to make it better, but it was the best show as voted by us this week.
Exactly.
But not by much.
Not
Like I
by
said,
much,
they were
no,
all
definitely
equally
not.
the same. But I was more entertained with the R-Truth of SmackDown, so
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
I went with SmackDown.
Yeah, my whole thing with SmackDown, even though they did the same thing with Daniel Bryan and Miz, I felt like the flow with SmackDown was a lot easier to deal
Yeah.
Right.
with than
Right.
with Raw.
So what was your
I mean,
order,
that's
Rick?
it. So I went with SmackDown, Raw, NXT.
So that's what I was
NXT is, I don't like the way a lot of their matches go because
Yeah.
you're building up for somebody and then all of a sudden you got them losing to a brand new team. It just
Yeah.
doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, I agree.
But that's my opinion and that's my POV.
That's right.
And your POV
So,
don't count over my
currently,
POV.
the
Damn.
standings is Raw with 3, SmackDown's finally on the board with 1, and NXT with 1. NXT started off with 1 and is on 4 weeks without even
Yeah.
scoring. So
Well, they had bad 2 weeks in a row where
I
it was
know,
just
they
it was
did.
just recaps. It's like,
recap, yep.
come on now. So, all right. So before we close the show, we always have to go over the Wrestling POV's book, which, if you're new to the show, we put the most ridiculous things that we feel that were ridiculous in the happenings of the world of wrestling, and we put it in there for our amusement so we can
Yes.
talk about it.
Yes.
So, are we ready?
Yes.
All right, Corey Graves' hairdo.
It's growing out.
Days.
It
It's growing
stays,
out.
though. Yeah, we'll see what happens when the dye job starts to go away. We'll see what he does.
Okay.
WWE writers.
They stay.
Stays.
They stay. Taz.
Stay.
New Day's pancakes.
We'll see
We'll
next
see
week.
next week.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing commentary.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, that's true. That's right. Baron Corbin's outfit.
Stays.
Stays.
Roman's vest.
Stays.
Stays.
Road Dogg.
Stays.
Pittsburgh crowd.
Stays.
So they go
until
back to
next-
Pittsburgh.
until they go back. Yeah.
So they go
Our Truth's Alzheimer's.
Old timers.
Old timers.
Stays.
Stays.
That definitely stays. Cole Cabana's broke ass.
He stays.
I mean, did he make money?
Probably still broke,
He broke like a mofo.
right? Dean's missing eyebrows.
Still missing.
Still missing. Corey Graves and Michael Cole. The
They
Raw
stay.
announced team. Baron Corbin's cell phone. He's
Stays.
still on it. Randy's earhole obsession.
It
He's
stays.
still showing that disgusting
Oh
thing.
my god, it's terrible. Izzy's parents.
They stay.
He's still terrible.
They're still terrible. And the new entrant to the book, Shawn Michaels cock ties.
Where did it go?
Come on, man. He's an icon. He's a legend.
Duck or deer
He's
hunting?
an
No,
eye.
I'm trying to look at Rick while I'm looking at Mimi.
Oh,
that was my
okay.
impression.
I was like, duck or deer hunting? Sorry, Rick.
Oh man, that's messed up.
Say again.
What'd you say, Rick?
He's an icon.
All right, good job. All right, so that's it for the show for today. Before we close the show, of course, obviously I'm going to play a random song from my wrestling playlist, and the Wrestling POV crew has to guess on who it is. So, with that being said, we'll see y'all next week with the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view points game. Ooh. So tell your friends. We need a lot of people to play.
Word.
And of course, when you play, if you lose, you can replace Michael Hunsinger as Rick Serrano the Turd.
The Turd
Award recipient.
The Turd.
So, who knows? He might retain it. All right. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with
Amy Goody
and the third wheel,
Rick Serrano the third.
and our intern,
Miguel Cole. Adios.
Love, peace, and wrestling. See you next week.
Peace out.
All right, y'all ready?
Come to Puerto Rico, the shining star of the Caribbean.
Puerto Rico.
Welcome to Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico.
Mi Puerto Rico.
I think I kind of ruined it when they said their name.
Arecibo.
No, I can't believe I got it, man. That was like really easy for me.
Yeah, I see that.
What is it? Isabela, Mayamón, Mayagüez.